Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody's love and concern and the outpouring of support I felt for making that video. And I want everybody to know that I'm doing great. Obviously, when I made the video talking about that, it's very personal. And so when I did go back and look at it, I did look like I was still struggling, but I'm not. I was just trying to search for the right words to share and how to share it. But I'm doing great. It was easier for me because I have such an amazing husband who's so supportive, and they make everything so much easier, and great kids. Like I said, it's just, depression and anxiety manifests itself in different ways for different people. And I guess that was my main thing, was that I wanted to share, is that it was different for me than what textbook would say, or people, what they're looking for. So that was my main, is I wanted to let people know that maybe that's because I was shocked that I was struggling with it. And then how great medicine works, I guess, if you need it. Anyways, so thank you, everybody. And we're doing, honestly, amazing. Great. I've been having on my mind lately about my daughter has someone at school that is hard to deal with. And this kid's, he's not nice. He's a bully. He's mean, and he actually had to change classes and was put into my daughter's class. And he sits next to her. And so she's just, comes home from school and I know why they sat him next to my daughter. She just oozes love, right? But the thing is in her mind, she already doesn't like this boy, right? Because she's heard the stories. Elementary schools are small. And so when you hate someone or you hate something, you look for all the bad. I mean, anything this kid does, she's looking for all the bad he does, because she already doesn't like him. I mean, hate's a strong word, because I don't think Jane hates anybody, but she doesn't like him. And so she's looking at all the things he's doing wrong. And I was trying to get her to, Jane, kill them with kindness, maybe, you see these things on bullies, maybe he has a bad life, blah, 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 blah. And, she just, Mom, that isn't working. And so I just said, just ignore him. Just flat out ignore him. Just, just to see, until he maybe stops being mean. I mean, he's in a brand new class, he knows. And anyways, when you don't like something, your mind automatically looks for all the bad to justify it, to make it correct in your mind, that person is evil, is either bad or evil or dishonest. When you think someone's that way, your mind starts pointing out. And so that's why they tell you, don't do that with spouses, right? Don't sit there and focus on the negative with your spouse, because then your mind will create that story and will create that narrative. I mean, granted, it's hard if it is bad. And I'm not saying, but generally speaking, if you can look for the positive, and these people, right? These great, awesome people who are and you're like, oh, they're so positive, I can't stand it. But that they're nice, and they look for the good. We had one of Steve's best friends, and it almost drove me nuts how nice he was. Like, for example, we would be at a college football game, and he'd be so nice to the opposing team's visitors, like great friends with them. And I'd just be like, oh my gosh, no, they're for the bad team. Again, that's silly. But he's happy, and he's he looks for the good. Sometimes that's hard. You know, I've been trying to get Jane to look for the good for this boy, and she's having a hard time. So I'm like, just ignore him right now. Just ignore him. Because if you look for the bad, you're going to find it. And what good does that do to sit there and point out all the bad and horrible? And when you hate something, it doesn't do any good. You can be disappointed. You cannot like. But to just hate is, I don't know what good that does. And so I just, you know, as I've been working with my daughter, and she is so sweet, and she really does love everybody. And that's why I said, that's why they sat that's why they sat him next. I'll be curious to see how it goes. Because maybe this kid, maybe he is horrible. I mean, I have no idea. But I have seen where I have seen kids turn around. And obviously not everybody does. But if you try to look for the good in others, no matter how small it is, it's just so much nicer than just hating. And that's wrong. Christ said, love thy neighbor as we love thyself. That doesn't mean the neighbor that agrees with you or the neighbor that does their yard work. It means everyone. So let's spread good. Let's spread positively. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. Let's be positive. Let's be good. Let's spread the good. It's too easy to spread the bad. It's too easy to spread hate. It's too easy to divide. Let's not. So, thank you again for your love, your concern, your support. And I hope we can do our little part of spreading